This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
This morning, a teenager is facing charges for a shooting that hurt 10 people at this venue in Sanford.
What we've learned about the NFL player who was hurt.
Plus, 2 Polk County deputies are still recovering after being shot ahead where the sheriff says a suspect opened fire.
And the Orlando Magic are heading back to Cleveland with their playoff hopes alive. The excitement ahead of Game 5 after a really fun weekend win in the Kia Center. Good morning. It is 4:30 as we start this new week together. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Kirsten Delgado. Let's get over to certified meteorologist Brian Shield.
Yeah, it's a big weekend around here, and we've got a great day ahead as we kick off the work week. Let's get a look at the numbers to start. Temperatures not bad, 50s, 60s, 70s around, little milder along our coast. We're at 70 now in Titusville. We work inland towards Sanford, 61, 59 degrees in DeLand. So pleasant to start our day. Satellite radar is looking good. A slight chance of a coastal shower today. So Brevard, Volusia, Flagler, we may see 1 or 2 little showers popping up. Otherwise, mainly on the dry side, partly cloudy skies for us today. We're going to be looking good. So 8 o'clock, we're near 70, lunchtime near 80, 3 o'clock, 83, low 80s by the time we hit 6. So near 80 at the coast, warmer inland. Kissimmee today, 85, Celebration, Claremont, the Villages, Astatula, all in those mid 80s. Now, it will get hotter throughout the week. I want to track that and when we'll see a chance of a few showers in our forecast. All right, it's 4:31. Kirsten.
Brian, thank you. Right now, a teenager is facing charges in connection to a shooting in Seminole County. A total of 10 people were hurt in this. Investigators started collecting evidence outside of Cabana Live just after midnight yesterday. Channel 9's Chantel Navarro reports a restaurant and bar was back open last night. Cabana Live declined to comment to us about the shooting, but they did post a statement online that said they were investigating the cause of this isolated incident.
Happening today, the man accused of murdering Madeline Soto is set to be arraigned on murder charges. A grand jury indicted Stephen Stearns last week. Channel 9's Giovanni Diaz has more on what we can expect this week. So far, prosecutors have not said if they will push for the death penalty.
The trial of an Osceola County School Board member is scheduled to start this morning. Julius Melendez is charged with battery. An 18-year-old woman claims Melendez touched her without permission and forcibly kissed her. Melendez was the woman's manager at a cafe in Kissimmee. She was not a student at the time. We'll be in court this morning, and of course, we'll let you know what happens.
2 Polk County deputies are now recovering in the hospital this morning after they were shot during a gun battle with a suspect. It happened early Saturday morning. Deputies were called to a closed park where a man had parked illegally. When he refused to leave, deputies tried to remove him from the car. That's when they say he started shooting. Deputies returned fire, killing the man.
So he asked for a gunfight. We gave him a gunfight, and he'll never be in another gunfight again. We killed him graveyard dead.
The suspect has not been identified. Deputies Chad Anderson and Craig Smith are recovering in the intensive care unit at the hospital.
A man originally sent to death row for the murder of a 77-year-old woman will be resentenced this morning. Todd Zahmer was arrested in 2005, and that's when he did an interview with Channel 9 and admitted to killing that woman.
Care the night you beat and murdered this woman?
No, not at all, actually. I'd beat you and kill you right now if I could.
Zahmer will be resentenced after Florida changed state law in 2023. Now, juries do not have to be unanimous to recommend the death penalty. The new minimum is a vote of 8 to 4.
Gas prices here in Florida continue to take wild swings, and right now those prices are on the way back up.
That's right. The average price of a gallon of regular right now spiked 9 cents over the weekend. That comes after 8 consecutive days of lower prices. The average price is about $3.57 a gallon right now. Speculators are pushing up the price of oil this week, and that's also causing higher prices at the pump.
The SpaceX Dragon resupply ship is on its way back to Earth this morning. The capsule undocked from the International Space Station a little after 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. The Dragon is filled with scientific experiments, research, and hardware. Right now, the capsule is expected to enter Earth's atmosphere after midnight tonight and splash down off the coast of Florida around 1:38 tomorrow morning. NASA and Boeing are also counting down to their crewed launch of the Starliner test flight to the ISS. The launch team completed its final dress rehearsal on Saturday. Veteran NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams touched down at the Kennedy Space Center on Friday. They'll spend about a week on board the ISS. The launch is scheduled for 1 week from today. Magic fans are hoping the team can ride a wave of momentum when the playoff series with the Cleveland Cavaliers continues.
Yeah, the Magic used a comeback victory on Saturday to tie up the series 2 games apiece, and tomorrow's game moves back to Cleveland. And Franz Wagner was the star of the game, pouring in 34 points, grabbing 13 rebounds.
I think the competitiveness comes for sure out more and more as the series goes on. Well, for me, that's part of it, and for me, it stays on the court, honestly.
Game 6 will be back in the Kia Center right here in Orlando on Friday. And here is some good news for the Magic. Head coach Jamal Mosley finished second in the voting for Coach of the Year. He was named a finalist for the prestigious award just last week. In Mosley's 3 years with the Magic, the team's record has improved each season.
A big congratulations to him. While another home team, the Solar Bears, are also trying to win a playoff series. They took to the ice at the Kia Center last night against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. The game went into overtime, and Orlando came out on top when Braden Lowe scored the final goal, giving the Solar Bears a 6-5 victory. The home team is now up 3 games to 2. Games 6 and 7 are back in Greenville tomorrow and Wednesday.
I know folks at the Kia Center, the workers are like, come get a break. It's going to be a few days.
Yeah, it's exciting, though. It's exciting. Things have really turned with the playoffs. All right, we're going to look at the numbers going over the next several days. Gradually warming as we go throughout the week. Mid-80s the next couple days. Upper 80s by the end of the week, and we'll be right near 90 Friday into the upcoming weekend. So starting to make a climb. Back to the west of us, that's where there's still some severe weather rolling through parts of Louisiana, headed toward Mississippi. For us, that all stays there today. We're going to see a good-looking day, slight chance of a shower. That's it. We're going to be mainly dry today. It's going to be pleasant. Our temperatures now 50s, 60s, and 70s. 70 Daytona Beach, 71 New Smyrna Beach, 70 Titusville, Sharps, and Viera. Mid-60s as we work our way through Claremont, Montverde, Groveland, back through Champions Gate and Four Corners. So our winds today, southeasterly breeze, and that could kick in a brief shower. Other than that, looking good. Have that sunscreen today. May want a sweatshirt this morning, but dressing the kids, shorts and short sleeves are fine. So I want to track the warm up, and a few showers in our forecast will take you through the week ahead. Next, it's 4:41. Kirsten.
Brian, thank you. Only Channel 9 is taking you inside a new veterans clinic in Daytona Beach. Coming up, the service is now available after 3 years of construction there. Plus,
basically what they're doing is robbing you, stealing you of your house from right underneath you.
She is one of several Central Florida residents who've had her homes stolen from them through a fraudulent deed. Next, 9 investigates why she still hasn't seen justice for months. Welcome back. It's 4:45 as we take a live look over beautiful downtown Orlando. A comfortable start on this Monday morning. Your full traffic and weather ahead at 5. 4 months and thousands of dollars after a woman says a scammer stole her late father's home through a fraudulent deed. This issue is still not fixed.
And she's stuck paying the mortgage on a property court records show she doesn't technically own and can't sell. Investigative reporter and anchor Carla Ray has an update on all the steps the woman has taken and why she wants to see this law changed. 4:47 on this Monday morning after a successful parade weekend.
Yeah, it was a great downtown Orlando weekend.
Yeah, super festive.
You did so good with the weather.
I did great. I did great.
Great out there.
I enjoyed watching you two on Saturday.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are excellent. Let's get you outside. It was a fun weekend. Get you into downtown Orlando. We're at 64 degrees. Sunrise 6:46, and that sunset about 8 o'clock. Winds out of the east, very light this morning. Our numbers in those 60s and 70s. 70 degrees now. Daytona Beach Shores, comfortable to land. We're at 60. We were just in the 50s, warmed up a degree, just kind of temperatures wobbling around a little bit. 68 as we work our way through the villages, Leesburg, Lady Lake, Mount Dora, and Sorrento. Winds very light, but we'll have the onshore breeze. Light inland, breezier along the coast to start. For us in Palm Coast, winds out of the southeast at about 10. Cocoa Beach, we're at about 17 miles per hour. So we have that breeze at the coast. That could draw on a shower later. Inland, a little patchy fog. We've been watching some of that map near Marion County, but not widespread. Satellite radar picture looks good now. Later on, 1 or 2 showers possible. All the action again back to the west of us. That's where it holds over the next couple days. So for us, a lot of sunshine in our forecast. Midday temperatures around 78 degrees. 3 o'clock after school, 83. Low 80s by 6. So here's future track going through the morning into the afternoon, and you see a touch of green on the map. There's that small chance of a passing sprinkle, so we could see 1 or 2 just kind of scooting by. Water low 70s, surf 2 to 4 feet. Rip current risk moderate to high still. High tide around 12:30. So our numbers near 80 at the coast. Inland will be in the mid 80s. 85 in Orlando, partly cloudy. Then for tonight, we'll have some patchy fog around. Numbers tonight will be running in the 60s and 70s. Now we start to warm up as we go throughout the week. You can see that warming trend on your screen. 7-day forecast. It is up 85 today, 86 tomorrow, 88 Wednesday and Thursday. Now tomorrow and Wednesday, a 20% chance of a shower. We are going to have some fronts nearby, so a passing shower possible as we go throughout the week, and that includes the upcoming weekend. Rain chance about 20%, but overall looking good. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's going to be on the hotter side with those highs near 90, but the nights stay pretty nice. They'll be running in the mid 60s. So that means we have those refreshing starts to the day. Now coming up more on that warming trend, and I want to get a look at some of that severe weather back to the west of us. We'll zoom down to that. It's 4:49. Kirsten.
Brian, thank you. Thousands of people lined the streets over the weekend for the downtown Orlando, Florida, Puerto Rican Parade and Festival.
Coming up, the important message organizers were hoping to send to this energetic crowd.
And next, the services that thousands of Central Florida military veterans now have access to, thanks to this clinic that's 3 years in the making. It's 4:50.
Drone 9, only on Channel 9 Eyewitness News, getting you closer over the scene of breaking news.
Drone 9, sponsored by StrataAC.com. You ought to call Strata.
At McCoy Federal Credit Union, we're proud to be a 9 Family Connection partner.
10 people are recovering this morning after a shooting at a venue in Sanford.
At the top of the 5 o'clock hour, what deputies have revealed about a teenager who's now facing charges.
We're tracking that severe weather back to the west of us. That holds there for us. We're going to see a warming trend. We'll track how hot it's going to get. It's 4:56.